when I choose the technology I'm going to use in some project, for example, the project I'm working right now, I of course make a research about the available technologies, and at the moment there aren't many blockchain technologies that are proven to be working, and actually to have some other companies working with them in commercial projects. There are many blockchain projects, but if we face it, only the Bitcoin. Some people are using this. Many people are using this as a currency, or Monero for currency with privacy. Ethereum is used for companies like CryptoKitties, and they made a lot of money on it. Hyperledger is used by the enterprises, and most of the other blockchain are, if they are used, they are financed by the founders of the blockchains, and it is like preparation, it is investment in the future. So because I'm creating something, technology solution at the moment, and we are going to release it in the beginning of next year, so we need something that works right now. So of course it is important to be flexible, so not to rely on a single technology, because these things are happening from very quickly, within weeks. So you need to be flexible. And I want to ask you something, because we mentioned hash graph and things like that. So does someone of you know the name Petar Maymunkov? Have you heard of it? Oh, this is a Bulgarian scientist, but works in the USA for a very long time. And he created in the 90s something called Kademlia protocol. And this is a protocol for distributed hash tables, searching in distributed hash tables. And this protocol is, on this protocol are based softwares like BitTorrent, IPFS, the blockchain realization of the networking, and many other things. Big data, distributed databases. And this guy is so unfamiliar here, and we are speaking now about things like hash graph, DAG, and the blockchain. All the technologies that these modern technologies rely on are invented a lot, years ago, and but the need of something, a specific need, is making the inventors to mix different technologies and to offer a solution. But it is important to know the basics, what actually exists as a technology in different spheres. So the Bitcoin is so interesting and wasn't invented before because it combines many different things from different spheres, from economics, from software technologies, and even mathematics. And to create a thing and to use even these technologies, software engineer need to be familiar with basics of the different spheres in informatics. So
Okay.
this was just mentioning the
Yes,
Bulgarian
it's
scientists.
important. Thank you for that. It's good.
Yeah, the fundamentals are always important, because when you're following a problem, how are you going to fix it? And another thing is the community. Always choosing it doesn't matter which kind of framework or technology will be. If you have a community which stay in, I mean, there are two different kinds. One of them is when the community develop that technology, or when the community are using that technology. So if you have a community both ways, that's a good sign that this technology is useful, and you can just trust it. Because if there are big community which stays behind in developing something, then if you fall into a problem, if you find a bug, for example, or you need just a good documentation or good examples and stuff, the community will bring that for you. Or if behind that technology stays a company and they had a big community, if someone complain about it, or some part of the community complains of something, or there is a demand of some kind of functionality, uh, they will support their community and bring that solution for them, because otherwise the community will go into another project. So the community is one of the major signs when choosing a technology, well, especially if you go to something that is really experimental and made of from a couple of guys, and then that's hard to give trust on such a project. So yeah, basically maybe there are projects which do a lot of marketing and wants to be really popular, but if there is no community which stays behind, it's fake, and it will be get a lot of problems and troubles if you just go and pick up this kind of technology. So first, like everything, just do your research, see what's going on, and that's the most important thing. That you're looking for signs that which will inspire you or just gain trust. And when you are confident with something, you're just more open and do things more easier, and that's how you are creative actually. So yeah, that's another option to check out the community and how the other people, what they think. If there were a lot of problems, that also could be a good sign, because if most of them are fixed now, that's super. That means that there are a lot of people which are interested in that technology, and it doesn't matter who stays behind and builds it, spends a lot of time to keep it up to date, and yeah, if the project has a good community, it doesn't matter if it's IDE or some